What's up, YouTube, man? Welcome back, man, to another video, man. If you don't know, my name is JR, man. I did 10 years in the Georgia Department of Corrections, man. Welcome to the channel, man. I share prison stories about things that have happened in the prison throughout my journey of my 10 years. I want to say a big shout out, man, to everybody who's been supporting the channel, who been running the views up, who've been commenting, who've been subscribing, man. The channel's been going crazy. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the love, man. But today, man, I'm gonna share another Clayton County jail story, man. This how I end up getting bit in the back of my neck. I don't know if I can show it if y'all can see it, but I end up getting bit in the back of my neck by a dude, man, I got to fighting with. Let me give y'all a little background on this. This came to happen. I get out the hole, they put me in housing unit 4. So I'm moving from a different housing unit where I was. Got in some problems down there and moved. They put me in a room with a dude from New Jersey and a dude from the west side of Atlanta, man. Dude from New Jersey had some dreads. He was pretty cool, laid back dude. He was blood too, but it wasn't known like that. Only a few people knew. He was real smooth. He wouldn't get into the grouped up thing or nothing like that. But West Side, on the other hand, now, you could always tell he was blood. As soon as you seen him, big tattoo in the face, go across here, Damu Rider. Yeah, he got Damu Rider on his face. Damu right here, Rider right here. Whole bunch of different things. I think he got a big old 5 right here, 5-point star right here. Whole bunch of tattoos. You know, he banging red all day. I get in the room with them, man. I chop it up with them. They seem pretty cool. I'm sleeping on the floor again. After being in the dorm with him, man, I started to see that West Side, he had done been to prison for 5 years. I ain't known this on the get-go. Somebody in the dorm had done told me this. I should have known this, though. Now I would have known. Back then, I was new, so I wouldn't know this. But he hadn't been in prison for 5 years, and he hadn't been out for 2 months and got caught back up on another serious case. But yeah, what he was doing in the dorm was, man, he was putting the press down on a lot of different folks. Sometimes he'll get money from his peoples, but I think he just enjoy doing that because that's what he used to be doing in prison. And he used to have a group with him. Mind you, it was some more bloods in the dorm, but they were kind of older and they wasn't on that type of stuff. But West Side, that's what West Side was on. Always constantly getting into trouble, beating on the glass, cussing out the police. Man, he might get the room locked down. West Side always get the room locked down. Police might be walking by, especially a female. He go talking about how fine she is, what he'll do to her. She be like, "Oh, y'all ain't coming out for free time." I'm like, man, what? I'm like, bro, you gotta stop doing that, man. He's like, man, F them people, F them people. Do. I'm like, man, I can't deal with this. Anyways, he stopped for a while, man. Me and Jerry's managed to talk to him. He cooled down for a while. But come to find out, it was an older cat who moved in the dorm who West Side had started knocking heads with. Now this old cat, man, he probably about 50, but you could tell he was in shape. You could tell he'd been in prison before. And he had done did 20 years in Minnesota on unaliving somebody. That's what he did time for. He came down here to Georgia and he got locked up. Now this old cat, now you could tell how he moved. He was seasoned. Him and West Side was linking up, extorting people, exporting people. Minnesota ended up getting a roommate now from New Orleans. The same day he came in there, the night we out there on free time, and I just hear one of the guys was like, man, hey, this nigga just moved in the dorm. This ninja just moved in the dorm. I'm like, what the hell? I look on the TV, and it is that same dude. I remember him walking in with his stuff. New intake. But he was on the news that night. When we seen the charges that he was there for now, that was even more crazy. He was down there for unaliving a child. A little child. So he was in the room with Minnesota. Instantly when Minnesota heard about this, because they was on lockdown while we was out. When Minnesota heard about that, he started putting the press down. But he was doing this on the slide because the dude, he came in there, his name was N.O. He was from New Orleans. Dude had big like this, man, long, bald head, had some long ass teeth. Yeah, skinny as hell, but you could tell like he been in and out of jail, one of them type of dudes. You could tell like he in shape too. So anyways, man, he got in squeezing him, but N.O. tried to play the tough role around the dorm. Some dudes will do that when they got these messed up charges. They come on and they put on this macho image like, can't nobody mess with me, this or that. But you getting extorted on the other hand. He said he don't want nobody to know about it, but Minnesota done told people, and people was talking. So now West Side wanted a piece of the pie. West Side definitely wanted a piece of the pie. And Minnesota wasn't trying to let him in. West Side, he come in the room, he talking to us about it. I'm like, man, you just need to chill, man. You just need to chill. You got food in the box. You don't need nothing. Man, F that. He need to be paying me. Shit, that old man goddamn eating. Why I can't eat? I'm like, bro, you got food in your box. You can eat. Man, F that. I got to stack up. I don't know when my folks going to send me something again. I'm like, man, you finna go take that man's stuff? He like, man, I'm just trying to press him. He got to pay me every week. He just got to pay me a set amount. So I'm like, oh, man, here we go. That night now, when we went out there, he went to the door talking to the dude because they downstairs. He went to the door talking to him. I guess he trying to put the press down through the door. I'm doing laps. I'm walking around the dorm. So each time I come around to where they are talking, I could tell that West Side was getting more agitated. He getting louder and louder. He like, man, nigga, you have to pay me. You have to pay me. Now the whole dorm was looking. That's when you see N.O. he stuck his head out from behind the glass because he was talking through the crack, through the open part of the door. He looked through the glass. He's like, man, nigga, I ain't give you shit. He started like bucking. He was really bucking. They arguing, whatever. So West Side was like, all right, nigga, all right. I'm going to see you at breakfast. The whole time in the room that night, that's all he kept talking about. How you going to put the hands on him? How you going to put the hands on him? He there just talking. He'll talk all night, man. I swear, man. Sometimes we be trying to go to sleep. Me and Jerz, that man just be there talking. He be telling stories about street he was doing on the street. Then he started talking about prison because he knew that we had found out that he had been to prison. So I learned a lot from him too, though, man. To be honest with you, he used to be telling me about prison all night. That following morning, man, when the doors popped, he was already up. He on the door like this. He's standing on his 5. Standing on his 5. Because at breakfast or at lunch or when they serve dinner, which would probably be like a sandwich, they'll pop all the doors and you get them respectively. So they go down, man. They pass out the trays. Ain't nobody made no movement. Everybody looking tense though, because people know that it's probably finna go down because they know how West Side is. He bound to make something go down. And they see how N.O. was acting. And people was waiting to see if N.O. was really about the action. So we there, we eat or whatever, man. And after we eat, and they came and picked the trays up, the officer left us out there for a little minute. West Side, he run up over there with N.O. at. He starts, but I ain't gonna lie, N.O. had some long arms, man, like some orangutan arms. Skinny as hell, man. He had like this long arms. So he would just tapping West Side, tapping West Side. West Side went in and grabbed him. He grabbed him. They there tussling. They like, the police looking, man. The police looking. They eased up. When they eased up, man, West Side like, man, this nigga bit me. So anyway, man, they were like, man, that shit over with. Minnesota was like, man, y'all need to cut that shit. West Side like, hell no. So now, police ain't seeing nothing. Everybody going about lockdown. They talking through the doors or whatever. Minnesota like, man, please, man, just squash that or whatever. When Dad came out for free time now, he came up and he told West Side that he gonna give him a cut out of what he was squeezing him for. So West Side, he kind of felt like he went out bad. Cause he felt like he lost, cause he kept getting tagged. Every time he was going in there, he touched N.O. The NO was tagging him. Orangutan arms. Bam, bam. Hitting him. Yeah. Westside didn't feel comfortable about that. But he was like, I was like, my other roommate, Jersey, he was like, man, just take it, man. Just kill the whole situation. Because Jersey, he pretty much laid back, man. He kind of older. He was in his mid-30s. Like I said, I was young. I probably was like 21, 22 at the time. Jersey's like, man, just leave it over. Get it over with. But Westside still wanted to fight. He wanted to straighten his face. I'm like, bro, you good. You really didn't lost like that. But then he was like, man, this nigga bit me. He kept showing his arm. Dude, they done bit him on his arm. He ain't like that either. As time go on, man, they in the dorm, they'll mug each other whenever they see each other and do all of this. So it was a little short dude, no, Minnesota, as a matter of fact, Minnesota, and got transferred. Yeah, he got transferred, man. Minnesota got transferred down the road, and this little short dude came in the room. Dude probably was in the room probably like 3 days, man. 3 days. I ain't even know his name or nothing, because he was quiet. The only time you see him out there, I might go look through the window when they're out there on free time. You might just see him on the phone like this, talking the whole time. You never heard him make a noise or nothing like that. Little short, light-skinned dude. Boom. So they pass out store list. People fill their stuff out. It's Saturday. They come with the store call. So me and George, I think I went to the store for like $20, man. I had like $20 on my books. I had got me some soups and got some little chips and stuff, honey buns, all that little stuff. County jail is expensive now. County jail might be double the price of prison, man, for real. So after I do that, get my little stuff, he in the room, he got his face puffed up like this, Westside. I'm like, man, what's up? He like, man, shit, I ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell, like a spoiled child. I was like, bro, you good, bro. Once me and Jerry's got food, you good. That's how when roommates, when you rocking together, or you good with your roommates, y'all might bust a soup down the middle, bro. On everything, y'all might bust a soup down the middle. You just split everything if you and your roommate cool like that. So we like, bro, you good, bro. We got food in the room or whatever. Boom, they popped the door and let us out. It was lunch. Let us out for lunch. Everybody out there. We go out there, we eat. Me and Jerry's go back up to the room real quick. People still moving around there. I see Westside come up in the room with a bag like this. Full of food. Honey buns, soups, chips, sodas. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh man, he done struck. He done went and robbed somebody. So I'm like, man, what the hell? He come in the room, he started taking stuff out of the net bag. Next thing I know, the little short dude, he fall off in the room. Boom. I put two and two together. That's who he robbed. But little shorty, he came in there like, so Jerry's jumped down and Jerry's moved out the way. Came out the room. I came out the room too. They start hitting. I pull the door up, turn my back like this, blocking the door. Next thing I know, I see N.O. running up the stairs. He on a mission. He coming, running up the stairs. So Jerry's over there. I'm right there by the door. He like, man, open the door. Man, they ain't finna open the door. They fighting. Let them hit. You know what I'm saying? By the time I say that, all I could see was a fist coming. I managed to get down. When I get down, I try to grab him, but he ended up grabbing me. Boom, he grabbed me, man. This man headbutt me. Boom. I was like, what the hell? So I held on to him. He tried to knee me. I was like, oh shit, man, he tried to do too much. Mind you, by this time, I couldn't fight a lick, but I wasn't gonna let you beat me up. It wasn't going out like that, bro. So I held on to him. He tried to knee me. I'm trying to turn my hips or whatever. So I managed to grab his head and clench his head like right here. So now we like this. I started cranking his head. By this time, I hear the police opening the door. They coming in there. I start squeezing his head. I could hear him, man, you finna break my neck. You finna break my neck. Break my neck. The police, she run up there. Run up there. Get off him. Get off him. Get off him. I was like, man, he bite me. He bite me. She like, get off him. Let him go. All she could see was me squeezing his throat. She couldn't see that he was biting me dead in my neck. I could feel, man. I felt the nibbling at first, and when he bit down, I felt it. I just started cranking. I tried to break his neck. She like, get off him. She pulling out the little pepper spray or whatever. I'm like, man, I'm finna let you go. Man, I let this dude go, man. As soon as I let him go, he swung. I was ready for it, though. I got up on it there. When I got up on it there, he hit the door. Boom. She break it up. She stand up in the middle. Boom, I fall back off in the room. My roommates come in the room because she done called the code. She walking them back downstairs. I locked the door. Boom. I locked the door. I was like, man, this fool done bit me in the back of my neck. I'm looking at the back of my neck. I don't know if y'all can see it right here. I'm looking at the back of my neck. I'm like, man, so my roommate, like, man, he like, put some toothpaste on it. Toothpaste on it. I'm like, toothpaste on it for what? But I'm like, all right, man, whatever. I put some toothpaste on. I'll never forget, I had some close-up toothpaste. That close-up that come in that red and white box. I had some close-up. I'm rubbing it all on there. My roommate, like, man, they coming. And he said they coming, it's a whole bunch of officers, because she hadn't called the code. They came running. You could hear the footstep outside. Doom, doom, boom, boom. They coming up the stairs. Doom, 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 doom. They foot's hitting against that metal coming up. Boom. I'm panicking because I'm like, man, what I'm finna do? I don't know what to do. I'm a youngin' in this. I just got out the hole, but I'm like, oh, these folks, when I got locked up the first time and go to the hole, oh, these police ain't come. They had a major coming out. They come to the door. They like open the door. But Westside had done jammed the door up with a toothbrush. He had done jammed it. Jammed the door up. I tried to get myself. He's like, you finna go out there? I'm like, hell no. They out there. Open the door. Open the door. They pop it from the boot. You can hear when they pop it from the boot, it kept, it's like air pressure. And they trying to pop it. They can't pop it. So the major come up there. You hardly even see him come down into the prison like that, man. You might see that man once every 3 months or something. You might see him if the sheriff or the county come in there. You might see him walk around. He was in there on a Saturday. Looked like he didn't want to be there, and he was looking pissed. He's like, open the door. Open the door. And he yelled up like this. I see he had the taser. So I'm like, man. I'm like, open the door. I move west side, move out the way. Boom, I pull the thing out there, and I push the door open. He's like, get on the ground. So I'm like, get on the ground? It can't be that serious. Bah! Man, he hit me, man. It felt like all my muscles just went weak. I fell on the floor. They all come there dragging me. I'm like, man, I feel like I want to pee on myself. It's all type of crazy feeling, man. Crazy feeling. So I'm like, man, I started to feel my muscles. They kind of like coming back a little bit. They call medical. Medical come down there. They brought Buddy to the hole. The dude I was fighting with, they had him in handcuffs and everything already. He was out there in the cellar port sitting. They come, boom, brought me to medical. They took the prongs out of me. Took the prongs out of me. And then the bite in the back of my neck, they had to clean it. They gave me some antibiotics and gave me a cream to rub on there. And dude now, he was up there in medical too, because he came up there. I seen his hand wrapped up. Remember I tell you at the end when he tried to hit me and I ducked at it, he had to hit the door. Fucked his old hand up, hand wrapped up. He mugging me like crazy. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'm gonna see you. But man, that was crazy, man. I went to the hole, man. I'm in there living bad in the hole, man. And they got this nigga downstairs, same time in the hole. And you know, in the hole, you might come out for an hour a day. But that hour might be 3 o'clock in the morning, man. You might just hear your door pop, boom. You might be asleep. They'll be like, free time. You be like, damn, man, I'm sleeping good, but I need to go outside this room. You got to make a decision right there, man. I jump up, I go out there. I remember one day, this nigga talking shit through the door. He downstairs, he in the hole too. He talking shit. I'm just walking around. All in my mind, like, I catch you, man. I'm gonna goddamn beat your ass or whatever. Beat your ass. Now I heard somebody like, JR. But I'm looking like, what the hell, JR? Ain't nobody in here really know me as JR. Everybody call me Jamaica. It's just a few dudes. But I'm like, who that? He like, man, it's Bear. I like, Bear. Only Bear I knew was a dude from Clayton County. I used to kick it on the street with him. He was a street runner, man, real street boy. Trap, do everything. And I knew he was in the county jail. He was down on a double homicide because some dudes that tried to rob him in Clayton County. And I knew he was in there, but I never ran across him. People was telling me about him, about he was going hard in there. So boom, I went up to the door. He like, oh, what's up? We get to chopping it up, talking. And he was like, man, what that fool down there talking about? I'm telling him. I'm like, oh, man. He like, man, bump that, bump that. But I know Bear been goddamn psyched out since the street. It's crazy. I even met Bear, man. One day I'm chilling with my homeboy and he get a call. It's Bear on the phone. He's like, he down bad. Come pick him up. Man, we go to the back of apartments, man. This man laying in an old grill, man. Like one of them big old grills, man. He laying in there. Got his shirt wrapped around his hand. Hands bleeding. Man, this fool they done tried to rob somebody and they shot him in his hand. And he ran. Left his car on the street. But that's how I met him. So when I'm telling him, man, like, bro ain't talking about nothing, he went to chumping dude off. Chumping dude off, they going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And as time go by, it's like 2 weeks in there now. I see Bear. I never catch him, see him outside. I see him outside, man. This fool big, man. Size. Mind you, Bear was skinny on the street. He like this now. He out there working out. That boy, like, I do 1,500 push-ups a day, bro. 1,500 a day. And this man big as hell. He probably two times the size he was on the street, man. For real. Now I'm going to tell you how Bear and Noah got into it, man. But y'all going to have to stay tuned to part 2, man. Appreciate y'all watching the videos, man. Subscribing. Please keep running up the channel. Keep supporting me. Peace. Blessings. I'm out.